Hello everybody, welcome to Profit Mission Control. Matt Trader here, coming to you. Today is Friday, February 1st, 2019. I'm just doing a quick video. I wanted to share with you some of the behind the scenes automation that goes on every night. So I've been working on developing primarily two applications. One is the command center that you must have heard about. This is my automated trading system that's linked through Interactive Brokers API, and that's what I use to trade all the launch list stocks. So this is kind of a snapshot of today's action. Closing today, closing about 1, 2, 3, 4 completed launches. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in-flight launches, and we missed one launch today, which was CDXS. So what I wanted to show you is just what happens every day after the market closes and after all my trades are done. Obviously I stopped the application, but then I also have a second application that's in Excel. That's the one that I use to track the launch list. So this is the one where I actually create every day's launch list, and I use this in conjunction with obviously trade ideas and my online charts. So when I'm ready to make a new, so this was last year all manual, meaning that I would have to enter all of this, and then I'd have to, drag and drop some of these formulas. There's a lot of formulas behind the scenes here, to create like for example, stocks that are currently in flight. I'd have to go manually and kind of code each one here as, what's the status of it based on what happened on the command center. So it was a lot of manual and labor intensive process. So updating the in-flights list, the things that, the stocks that haven't launched. So this is all as of yesterday. I'm going to show you how I do it because today is, a new day. This is also where I keep track of all my recap for the week, and that's what I publish at the end of the week. And the archive has all my launch list trades to date. So this was beginning in December, late December 2018, and kind of shows basically all that data. And then I use this application as well to track all my performance and statistics. Everything here is calculated, and then I have one more sheet here that takes care of all the growth and things like that. So this is kind of the chart that you guys are familiar with. I haven't been publishing this yet because this all is going to be reset next week as I start the official challenge. But I wanted to share with you kind of what happens every day. So right now, this is kind of the list that I currently have. And obviously, because we had trades today that we completed on the command center, so I have here certain buttons that I've created on this application for my active launch list planning headquarters. So I basically go and update the launches from the command center. So this will go. There's actually one thing I wanted to update here before I get to that. Just bear with me a second here. All right. Sorry about that. I just had to update a formula that I manually changed the other day, and I knew it was going to cause problems. So, all right. So, if you notice some of the stocks that came on the list for February 1st, which were today, the ones that I published today, their status still is showing as not launched, right? Because this application doesn't know what has launched or what hasn't launched. So, what I do every day is I go and pull the data from the other command center application, updated launches from command center. And what that does, it updates the stocks that have closed, and you can see it changing here, a lot of the values all automatically, even the ones that are mislaunched. So it does that by itself. Now I have a full tally of this week's activities. So I can go to my in-flight list and then say update the in-flight list. So it's going to update all the stocks that are still currently in flight, and that's based on data from the command center. So it generated this chart that you all see, and then all I have to do really is to go and publish it. So I'm publishing this live, and you're going to see this video later, but you will see the list come up on StockTwits in about a minute or two. It takes about a minute or two to kind of update that, and once I've got confirmation that it's posted successfully to StockTwits, I can show you here quickly on the browser that that information has been posted. I don't have to. In the past, I had to do this manually. I had to copy the picture, I had to save it, I had to, you know, copy all the text, all the symbols for the stocks that are in flight, and publish it. So right now I'm going to StockTwits, and I apologize if things are running a little bit slow, but I got my trading platform. So I'm going to go to my profile here, and I don't need that. So there it is. So voila, it posted the latest list of stocks that are currently in flight. So that's been automatically published. Now I go do the same thing for stocks that are waiting for launch. So let me go back to the application here, and then go to the not launched list, and I say, okay, update not launched. So it pulls again the data from that master list for stocks that still are waiting to be launched. So pulls all the data information, captures the picture, and it's waiting for me basically to publish it. So right now this is the latest waiting for launch as of Friday. So I go ahead here and I publish, and that goes back to StockTwits. So as I pull StockTwits, you will see that. Let me go back to the application here so I don't have any. There we go. So just give it a minute or two, and then I get confirmation that it's posted. So still saving the picture. It's acting very, very slowly today. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I'm doing this video. I'm about to get a new computer too, so it should help with all this stuff. All right, so it's posted to StockTwits. If I go pull StockTwits, you'll see that that's the latest waiting for launch list. All right, so that's kind of where things are. Now the last thing I post, so because this is the end of the week, is the actual weekly recap. So I go to recap results. This has been updated all the way through yesterday, so it doesn't include today's information. So I'm going to go and update my weekly recap. You see it's going to pull all launches that occurred this week, both the winners and the losers. It's going to sort them automatically. It's keeping a tally here of all the important statistics that go on there. So the number of launches, how many were winners, how many were losers, what's the profit accuracy, what's the average days per launch, what's the profit to risk plan versus the profit to loss actual. It also takes care of the profit factor. So you can see here the list. But basically we ended up the week up to $1,353.95. And that includes commissions as well. So this is the results from all the launches this week. We had 17 total launches, 11 winners, 6 losers. And all I have to go do, I just double check that this chart looks fairly reasonable. And then I go and, if you notice, this statement here is everything that goes on my StockTwits update. And I have a tally here just to make sure that I don't exceed the 140 characters for StockTwits. And now I'm going to publish that. So that should be coming again on StockTwits in about a minute or two. So we'll just wait and see how that works. So it's posted successfully to StockTwits. So I pull StockTwits, and there it is. So there's our weekly recap for the week ending February 1st. Now, the only caveat for now is in the past, when I would manually put an update in StockTwits, because I have StockTwits linked to Twitter, it would go as well on Twitter. But for some reason, I have to independently go and post these on Twitter, which is not a big deal. I mean, I think I have a glitch on the API for Twitter. It requires pictures, and haven't figured out how to do that yet. But that's kind of what I wanted to share with you, some of the automation behind the scenes. The one thing that you should be aware of is when I do the active list. So let's say I'm preparing the launch list for Monday. That has also been semi-automated, because I just say, add stock to the launch list, and these are the important parameters that I pull from my charts as well from Trade Ideas. So I put the stock symbol, what's the launch at price, what's the profit at price, and what's the abort at price, and it calculates everything else. I tell it which scanner that I use from my strategies, and then whether it's long and short. Most of the time it's obviously long. Eventually there might be some short picks, and then I add it, so it adds it to the list and so forth. So I'm not going to add anything right now, but that's how I do it. Sometimes I go in the evening and I look at stocks where I think the setup has is no longer valid, so I end up scrubbing that launch. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to next week. I might do another video over the weekend to go over kind of what the plan is for the $50,000 challenge and how I'm going to play that, and whether how you can potentially follow me with that, adjusting your trade sides accordingly depending on your capital or your equity. So I'll try and work on a video for you this weekend, but I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I'll keep you up to date as things progresses over the next few weeks. So take care, guys. Talk to you later.